Taylor tells Ridge she's dying. Taylor tells a stunned Ridge that she's dying, and will gives Katie his unvarnished opinion on Bill. Monday, September 30th, 2024. Bold and Beautiful is skipping the story beat that would bring back a long-gone pot stirrer and make a predictable plot just the opposite. In Forrester Creations' salon, Ridge rushes to Taylor's side after she collapses. She eventually comes around, and Ridge wants to call an ambulance or get her to the hospital. She refuses. B&B Weekly Preview Video. In the main office, Steffi and Finn kiss. He assures her Hope is not on his radar. Steffi says he is on hers. Finn didn't notice Hope looking at him because he only has eyes for her, his gorgeous and sexy wife. Eric walks in and they're pleased to see him. Eric tells Steffi he is about how things are going right now. The Brooks bedroom shoot with JJ was amazing. They talk about how Ridge is in a good place. Steffi thinks it's because of her mom's influence. In the design office, Carter tries to talk Hope into modeling lingerie. Hope appreciates the thought, but she wants him to acknowledge the fact that he's been thinking about her in lingerie. They laugh and Carter sighs. Carter admits he's been thinking about Hope in lingerie, but it's good for the business, and he knows she'd rock it. Hope's just glad someone's thinking about her in underwear. Carter chuckles. Hope muses that Thomas was the last one to see her in lingerie, and look how that turned out. Carter talks about his affair with Quinn. It wasn't his finest moment, and is the biggest regret of his life. And look at how that turned out. At Il Giardino, Will and Katie arrive. Katie's so glad they can have lunch, just the two of them. Will's heard all about the place's history. Katie says it's one of her favorite places. They'll have to make him a regular. Will admits he wanted to talk to his mother. She asks, "What about?" He says, "Dad." They sit, and Katie asks how Will would feel if she got back with his father. Will says his feelings don't matter. I'm only concerned about you. They discuss whether Bill is sincere. Katie thinks he's worked on himself. Will thinks Katie is the best thing to happen to him, besides him and his brother. She was devoted to him, and he tore their marriage apart, had an affair with her sister. Katie doesn't want him to feel badly about his father or his Aunt Brooke. There were extenuating circumstances. Will doesn't need them to get back together. If you're even thinking about getting back together with Dad, don't do it for me. In the main office, Finn, Steffi, and Eric gush about Taylor. She has a good effect on Steffi's father, and her energy is contagious. The kids go nuts for her. Steffi says they're lucky to have her influence, and so many great mentors in their lives. They'll have so much fun with their grandma. Eric asks Steffi if she thinks she'll stay this time. She hopes so. He knows how much Ridge cares for her mother. Steffi says they have an unbreakable bond, and that will remain until they take their last breath. In the salon, Taylor refuses to go to the hospital and informs Ridge he absolutely cannot tell Steffi about this. She won't have him upsetting their daughter. At Il Giardino, Katie doesn't want Will to be angry with his father. He says he's not, but Katie can tell their relationship is strained. Will says he loves Dad, and there are parts of him that he admires, but he wishes for more. A man who could be an example of how to live his life. He's not interested in chasing women and smashing companies. I've seen the way Dollar Bill operates. I saw the way he treated you. Taking his mother's hands, Will tells Katie she shed way too many tears over him. At some point, enough has to be enough. In the design office, Carter tells Hope that when Quinn and Eric ended their marriage, he thought there would be more between them, but he was wrong. Eric comes in and Hope and Carter claim they were talking about Brooks' bedroom breaking records. Eric seeking a drawing and mumbles that the photo session was great. Hope's very proud. Her mother's the best at modeling lingerie. Eric finds his drawing and exits. Carter grins, That man is the salt of the earth. He marvels that they patched things up after Quinn. They agree office romances are inadvisable. Hope says hooking up with her lead designer was a bad idea. They both shake their heads and say, "No way." In the main office, Steffi tells Finn it's nice knowing her mom is here and doing great. Family is so important. She knows it's not perfect, but no matter what Brooke and Hope think, she, Thomas, and her parents are a family. In the salon, Taylor tells Ridge she's already been checked out. "I've had these attacks." Ridge wants to know what's going on. Taylor sighs, "I spoke to a doctor in Europe." Ridge asks what the doctor said to her. At Il Giardino, Katie thinks it's good that Will has gotten a few things off his chest. Will is easing back into life with his dad at his own pace. Katie knows he can be a little eager and insistent. Will complains he doesn't know he's not 10 years old anymore. Katie understands that since he'll always be her baby. She thinks they're on the right path to healing, and she's glad Will can tell her how he feels. Will announces that he has other news. He's transferring schools. "This is where I want to be. This is where I need to be so I can look after you and protect you." Katie hugs him and smiles. Good, good, good. In the design office, Carter and Hope think if two hot people find each other attractive, it's very risky. Hope clears her throat and tells him she'll think about his suggestion regarding her in lingerie. He replies, "I'll think about it too." They drop a fabric sample and awkwardly pick it up, touching hands and locking eyes. In the main office, Steffi tells Finn she never wants to be apart from her mom ever again. Kiera Barnes back to the screen. In the salon, Ridge asks Taylor to be straight with him, so he can be there for her. Taylor tells him she can take care of herself. He must make sure Steffi's okay. He's confused. She tells him she has heart failure. Ridge blinks. Heart failure? Taylor nods. "I don't have long to live. I'm dying, Ridge. I'm dying." Ridge reels. Next on The Bold and the Beautiful. Brooke reminds Steffi that Ridge is committed to her, not Taylor, and Ridge reels upon learning Taylor's diagnosis.